Hello, everyone. So we are group 3, RITTAL guys, Stefan, Anita, Claire, Timothy, Nina, Ricardo, and myself. And today we will talk about RITTAL strategy development. Next one, Ricardo. And in our presentation, we will talk about the original meaning of the company and the products from the customer perspective. Then we will describe a new meaning for the customer. And finally, we will present 3 relevant patterns to this case. And Anita, please start our case study.
Thank you, Greta. Not so far from this moment, the electrical industry was one of the largest industry in Germany. So this is originally led to establishing of such a company as RITTAL. And in the very beginning, they concentrated, and their business model is based on the physical world. And from the customer perspective, they was very famous as producers switching cabinets and control cabinets and their components for these cabinets, which were very with high quality, with high reliability and high availability. And the actual physical products was the finished control cabinets, which was used by their customers and all elements which they needed. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Yeah. So now the question: what is the new meaning for the customer? And there's this trend of Industry 4.0, and at the end we ask ourselves: do we really need the switching cabinet or so? And also, as I understood, the business model has changed to provide a solution to production systems to such switching cabinets, which means the new meaning for the customer is not anymore providing high quality switching gears or so. It's providing high quality solutions to create some, and they are very versatile and complete, and which allows to decrease any downtimes or decrease the manufacturing complexity with it. And therefore, this is the new meaning. It's not anymore about the physical product, more about the solution, the provision of value directly to the customer, which is in this case, the manufacturers of switchgear and cabinets. And yeah, and with that, I like to overhand to Timothy to speak about the patterns that we found for that.
Thank you, Ricardo. Yeah, so to find those 3 patterns which will protect the new customer meaning here, we simply grasped IPC classes which were given in the case study. So we took data processing systems, electrical, digital data processing, and control and regulating systems. Yeah, and on this slide you see the pattern which is related to the configuration of the switching cabinet. So this is about this computer-aided system which create the layout during the request from the operator for engineering the cabinet. So inside this software, I would say, there is the there happens the evaluation, the classification of all the possible ways of layouts of this cabinet. And the object here is so that the layout will be designed in the manner that it will be finally efficient to the user and with the maximum optimization and the balance. Next patent was about already how to say it correctly, deployed layout of the engineered cabinet. So this patent about creating the documentation, so-called lifecycle information in this case, from the components which are already installed into the cabinet. So yeah, there's the system which gather around the server of the software, which make the matching of the components which are installed and the technical datasheet of these components. And then it compiles all this information into the one document. And once the customer receives the cabinet, the customer also receives the documentation, the relevant actual documentation with all the necessary information for the components inside. So yeah, the object here, the objective of this invention is the record and process lifecycle information, which will, besides the documentation itself, also add the visualization of the layout and how all the components are installed in the cabinet, which will allow for the customer to easily maintain the cabinet. And the next slide, Claire will tell you more about the third patent that we have found.
So this is about a method and a system for supporting a connection process. So to help the operator to make the wiring process, providing him some visual output automatically generated because each wire is identified. And in a subsequent claim, it's described that the user output is with the means of augmented reality devices. That means that the operator can have connected glasses or display that he puts on top of the wiring board and check whether everything is made properly. So the image of the real object and the image of the virtual object are superimposed so that he can check that everything has been done properly. So this is how they improve the user experience of their customers. Thank you for your attention.